Good morning, everybody. How everybody doing today? It's your boy, that Earth Angel, intuitive, ain't he, baby? Bow. Look, I want to speak on a couple things today. What is our job on this planet? Our job is not to worry too much about what's going on in the world today regarding politics and the things that are happening. You always be vigilant, though. You always supposed to be vigilant, but certain things that's happening on this planet are supposed to take place, especially the things we see that we typically don't agree with or like. You know what I'm saying? As I go on, I'm more than likely speaking on the presidency and the war in Gaza and all that stuff. Certain things need to take place for prophecies to be fulfilled. But what is your job? What is your role in the situation? Well, let me tell you, your role is to continue doing God's work. Your role is to continue being kind, gracious, forgiving, loving, without expecting anything in return. Because we have what? No control over people, places, and things. We have no control over this. The only thing you have control over is connecting with your superior power, your higher power, the one, Yeshua, and control over your actions and reactions to people's actions and reactions towards you. Never stop giving, never stop believing in the good of humanity. People go through things all the time. That's facts. We go through things. There's somebody going through things right now as they listening to me. You know what I'm saying? But don't let that define you. Don't let your situation that you're going through at this very moment solidify negative actions towards yourself and other people alike. You know what I'm saying? What you give is what you get. What you give is what you get. So you got to understand the laws to that. You reap what you sow. That's basically you give, you get what you get. You get what you give. You know what I'm saying? So you got to always walk in the spirit of love and kindness. Not saying that there not going to be bad days. Not saying that there's not going to be days to where you're not in tune with yourself, to where you kind of give off, negative thinking, negative actions. But that's okay. Why? Because we're human. We're human. We're imperfectly perfect. You know what I'm saying? God knows this. We're not perfect. We are not gods. We are of God. We have God in us, but we are not God. There's a higher power up there that loves you. There's a higher power in here that loves you. You have to seek validation within him, within self. I advise against seeking validation in man, because man will fail you. And when I say man, I mean human. I'm not just talking about the sexual nature of the sex, man or woman. I'm talking about the whole entire mankind. You know what I'm saying? No matter who, what, when, where, how, or why, or what position, you know, mother, dad, father, priest, preacher, deacon, man will fail you. So for you to know your worth, you have to seek counsel at the foot of the Most High. You know, at the feet of the Most High. You have to learn the Bible. Right now, I'm reading the book of Enoch. You know, and it's it's deep. You know what I'm saying? I understand. You know how people say, you know, the Bible is the Bible, but you got to understand also as well that there's been books in the Bible that's been taken out. You know, or that were voted out or were never put in, still being found because of the narrative humans were trying to spin at the time. So it didn't fit the narrative, so it was casted out. You know, but I seek the knowledge and wisdom of the whole Bible. You know, I follow the whole Bible. You know, and if you go to the book of Enoch, man, it's a whole nother venture, man. It's a whole nother basket of fruits. You know what I'm saying? So I'm wetting my whistle on the book of Enoch right now with the watchers, and 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 they talk about a whole lot of things. You know, especially how Enoch he was taken up to heaven, sinless, blameless. You know, he was chosen by God. You know, and then it got to the part where he was transformed into Metatron. You know, and it's crazy how the movies and the videos today and the cartoons they'll tell you things in plain sight, the truth, man. Like, but they switch up a couple words, like like the movie Transformers. You know, it's a good guy on the Transformers named what? Megatron. You know what I'm saying? But Enoch was a good guy, and his name is Metatron. So certain things you have to just pay attention to. But I don't want you to dwell too much on the evilness that's going on in this world, or the things you seen what's going on. You seen how Trump gave all them dudes a pass. He gave 1,000+ pardons yesterday for the people that did that thing, that stormed the Capitol and hurt people, injured people. They killed people, and I don't want to say, oh, if it was black people, they would have been buried under the jail, which is true, But at the end of the day, we just got to keep faith and keep praying and pressing on. We got together we stand, divided we fall. So we have to accept the things that we cannot change and have the courage to change the things that we can. We got to continue speaking life. There's so many people out here speaking death already. There's so many out here people taking action and wicked ways and wicked thinking. So we got to change our stinking thinking, which comes across everybody's head, but it's all a thought until you actively express it out physically or verbally. A thought is a thought. You can pray, to get them thoughts released, change your mind. After about 5 seconds of dwelling on that thought, it can become an action. So you need to go ahead and find something else to think about, something more positive, more pure, more of the Lord. These are the days. We in the end times. Revelation even tell us don't even worry about what's going on. You always be mindful, you always be aware, you know what I'm saying? But don't too much stress about what's going on, because these things have to take place for the prophecies to be fulfilled. Prayers for the families that have lost loved ones and that have seen devastation, that have had trauma and can't fill the void of the passings and the wars. Prayers to them and their family. That they find the Most High and accept peace of mind. You know, I pray for everybody watching this channel right now, and I want your thoughts. I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comments about what's going on, the presidency, and and how you feel, and and let me know your relationship with the Most High. Let me know the first time you realized you needed to do something for somebody else instead of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Let me know the first time in the comments when you realized that receiving was better than giving. It was more fulfilling. It was more of the way of the Most High. Let me know your thoughts on the book of Enoch if you ever read it. You know what I'm saying? We out here in the crazy world, but you gotta choose your might, test your might, because you live by the sword, you die by the sword. You know what I'm saying? So, and the tongue is, like I told y'all, the most smallest instrument on human, but it is the strongest because it teaches life. It helps validate life in the sense of encouragement and inspiration to another human being, or it could be a catalyst for death, destruction, chaos, ruin. It's all in the tongue. Like they told us when we was kids, before we start going to jail and all that. I did 5.5 years from 12 years old to 17 and a half. And juvenile hall, Camp Miller, Camp Alfred Ball, Camp Rocky, Central Silmar, Los Padrinos, all that good stuff. My childhood was basically taken from me. And before then, I was in foster care. But the pen is mightier than the sword on this earth when it comes to incarceration, or slander on the name or anything. The internet, this is the age of misinformation. People say it's the age of information, but to me, it's the age of misinformation, because you can go on the internet and type in anything and say anything about anybody, and everybody's going to take your word for it, especially if you have some type of seniority or a hierarchy in this world. Not so much the spiritual realm, but this world, period. Like if you was a celebrity or a basketball star or one of the big homies in the hood or whatever, that got a voice, people are going to believe it without checking the facts. So, even if that happens, you never believe, like Tupac said, you don't believe everything you read. You know what I'm saying? You always do the work. You know what I'm saying? The best research is what? Your own research. Seek and you shall find. You shall find the truth. You know what I'm saying? Then you're going to uncover some other things that you just didn't know. Knowledge is power, knowledge is gold. It just depends on how you use it. Like, it wasn't nothing really wrong with the knowledge that Adam and Eve got from the tree of knowledge. It was of good and evil. It was the way they received it, because they deceived God. God would have eventually gave them the knowledge of what he wanted them to be, because we was made in his image. He said, let's make man in our image. You know what I'm saying? But it was the disobedience of getting the knowledge the way they got it that sealed their fate and our fate. You know what I'm saying? So, be patient, and be kind with one another, because life is hard out there. You never know what the next person is going through. So always smile, keep a smile, keep love in your heart. You know what I'm saying? And be understanding. Be understanding, because I'm telling you, if you smile first, more than likely you're gonna get a smile back, because you never know. A smile can make somebody's day. People It's a lot of people in this world that ain't seen, you know, or don't feel heard. So give a listening ear. Show some love. You know, God is love. So be kind and rewind and do it again. Much love, everybody, man. That Earth Angel, intuitive ain't he, baby? Bow. Y'all have a blessed day and keep God in everything that you do. Much love.